아니, 어쩔 수 없지. 어? 야! 그것 때문 그런 게 아니라. 아니, 내가 유명한 회장님 딸인 건 알지?
Hey guys. Just trying to get to where we were before.
너도 내가 부럽냐?
Are you also jealous of me? Here we go.
지겹도록 들었다고 부럽다는 소리.
I heard it so much I'm sick of it that people are jealous of me. Okay, everything should be working fine. Hey Saint, Cheryl, Small, Kozume. Welcome guys.
그래, 부러울 순 있겠지.
Yeah, you could be jealous.
나도 내가 남들보다 풍족하게 태어났다는 거 인정해.
I also recognize, I was born a lot more wealthy than other people. What's the word? Affluent? I think affluent is the word. 풍족하다. Yeah.
그런데 나도 부족한 게 있을 수 있잖아.
그런데 나도 부족한 게 있을 수 있잖아. I think this should be everyone's sentence. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. I think everyone can do this sentence. Yeah, let's do this. 안녕하세요. Yeah, 안녕하세요 is like an old style of speaking. It is not technically wrong, but if you're trying to say hello, it is wrong. Oh man, I finished writing some new episodes. I finished a set that I'm going to film them all at once. I'll probably do it in 2 days, but it's a script that's 30 pages. So I'll film probably 20 pages the first day and then the remaining 10 pages the second day. And I'll do that. If everything goes well, I'm waiting for a room divider to come that I ordered so that I can have a nicer background. Today I got some new lights. I got 3 new color lights, which will be great for my videos, for my backgrounds. I ordered another light that's going to come sometime in the next couple weeks. That's like a professional light. And yeah, as soon as I get the room divider for, like I said, that'll be kind of like a background helper for some of the things. And I'll put the photos that I mentioned in the Discord. A couple of those photos I'll pick out, maybe 2 or 3, and print those out maybe tomorrow actually. And once I get the divider, then I'm gonna film. So it could be as soon as Sunday if I get it this weekend, but it's possible it'll come next week. In which case I'll film like, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll see. Hey Kate.
나도 남들을 부러워할 수도 있는 거 아니야?
Can't I also be jealous of other people? 유채린이 그렇게 따져든다. She's just saying that. She's thinking that. 하지만 그거 나에게 하는 말은 아닌 듯 보였다. But it seemed to be that she wasn't talking to me. See if there's a better translation for that. No, okay.
내가 어렸을
부족하다.
때
Well, I'm not going to tell you because
같은 반
that's part of your homework.
제일 부러웠던 게 뭔지 알아?
When I was young, do you know what I was most jealous of the kids in my class? 갑자기 문제를 내는군. Oh, she's suddenly asking me a question. 유영환 회장의 막내 딸로 태어나 남부로치 Why can't I not talk? 남부로치 I keep saying broochi. I keep thinking of a brooch, like a bag thing. 남부럽지 않은 삶을 살았을 유채린이다. Okay, I have to fix my mouth. Anyway, so Yucherin, who was born without being jealous of anyone else, as the youngest daughter of the Yu Younghwan president, which is that the organization that she told us about, the construction company, the really big company that she told us about earlier. 그런 유채린이 부러워했던 거라. I guess 유채린 was jealous. 그건 아마도 of personality. Was she jealous of people's personality? 남들의 성격, other people's personalities, or 친구. 남들의 친구가 부러웠을까? Or 개념. 남들의 개념이 부러웠을까? Their thinking. Is that the best way to translate this here? The way that they think. Sure. I can't find anything else. It doesn't concept like normally this would be like a concept, but I don't think so. What do we think she was jealous of? Other people's personalities, other people had friends, or other people's like their thoughts, the concept of them. Yeah, let's just say that. What do we want to be jealous of? Maybe 개념? That's a good idea. I like that, Kate June. I like that. Let's do it. 평균적인 개념을 부러워하지 않았을까 싶네. I'm thinking maybe you were jealous of other people's just kind of sort of general other people's concepts of notions of other people. It's so weird to translate 개념 like in this concept. 그런 개념, like it's a concept. It's normally used as a concept. I guess just the normality. I think that would be this word. Yeah, normality. 늘 개념 없는 행동으로 고생했을 테니. You sure must have had a hard time dealing with the actions of people who had no sort of like notions, not notions, no sort of concepts. It's not good. It's like when you're insulting someone. Yeah, no clue. That's what I want to say. Other people who have no clue. So clueless. There's the word I wanted in English. Clueless. You must have already suffered from, clueless things people were doing.
말 더럽게 심하게 하네 진짜.
Wow, you're really talking dirty, like mean. Way of thinking? No, they have a different word. 사고 방식 would be for that. Anyway.
한참 틀렸거든. 아빠랑
You're totally
오빠였어.
wrong.
아빠랑 오빠.
It was my dad and my older brother, my dad and my older brother. This wasn't an option though, so I think we might have hit the nail on the head. 아빠랑 오빠? Your dad and your older brother?
그래.
Or it just doesn't matter what
오빠.
you say. You're wrong because she says something else. Yeah, my dad and my older brother.
참나. 진짜 웃기지 않냐?
Isn't it? Man, this is kind of funny.
국내에서 가장 힘센 아빠에 오빠들도 셋이나 있는데 아빠랑 오빠 있는 애들이 부럽다는 게?
Isn't it funny the fact that I've got 3 older brothers and my dad who's one of the most powerful people in the country, but I'm jealous of people who have a dad and older brother. Oh, wait a second, I have to read this again. That's what it says. 국내에서 가장 힘센 아빠의 오빠들도 셋이나 있는데, you have like 3 brothers and a brother. 아빠랑 오빠 있는 애들이 부럽다는 게? So I've already got 3 older brothers and dad who's the strongest in the country, but I'm jealous of people who have a dad and an older brother. I don't quite get this, but maybe it'll make sense. Maybe I can pick it apart with the next sentence. Yeah, well, there could be some sort of problem, but I can only guess that because it wasn't one of the options that we even had. You see that I posted a screen cap of the sentence Billy said was for everyone. Yeah, you can try the sentences. They're always like beginner level, but sometimes they'll be like, mid beginner, and sometimes they'll be high beginner. Yeah, it could be something like that. So I think she's going to explain it. But anyway, basically, 유채린 just having only opened her mouth, 자신의 비밀들을 다 털어놓듯 술술 이야기하기 시작했다. Started talking as if she was just throwing out all of her inner secrets. Like, so all she did was just open her mouth and now suddenly she's throwing out all of her inner secrets.
오빠라는 인간들이 날 대하는 방식은 딱 두 가지였어.
Okay. There are only two ways that that older guys would treat me normally.
무시하거나
Ignore me?
아니면 견제하거나.
Or not fight, that's not the word. Attack, is that the not sure if that's the best way. I think probably, yeah. Hold back. It's like push back on. It's like they would either ignore me or they'd like put me down, like push back against me. Let's put that in there for Kenjay. And I thought she was talking about older guys, but no, she is just talking about her older brother. That's the thing with Korean, is like you have to guess the context. Sometimes they don't give you other context yet. Like now we can know that she is talking about her brothers, but before it's kind of like, we think so, but then she mentions like having multiple brothers, but being jealous of people with just, you know, people who had a dad and an older brother. I think it's just, yeah, jealous of other people's families is what we can interpret this as. Like jealous of people with regular families, kind of like that. Even though she's like, yeah, I already have three older brothers, but and a dad, but I'm jealous of other people who have a dad and an older brother, because, you know, my relationship with them is bad, I think. So I think you're right about that with what you said, K-Jun. Got there? Okay.
한 번은 내가 길에서 넘어졌는데 손도 내밀어주지 않았어. 무시했던 거지.
한 번은, so once, 내가 길에서 넘어졌는데 I fell down while walking on the street. 손도 내밀어 주질 않았어. They didn't even hold out their hand to try to help. 무시했던 거지. So they just ignored me.
내가 학교 성적이라도 좋게 받아오는 날엔 말없이 방에 틀어박혀 공부만 하더라.
내가 학교 성적이라도 좋게 받아오는 날엔, and on a day where I'd come home with really good grades from school, 말없이 방 틀어박혀 공부만 하더라. All they did was just, or he did, was just lock himself up in his room and study without saying a word. Even though I'm like, I got good grades at school. And he's like, man, just ignore me and went in this room to study.
칭찬은커녕 욕 한마디도 없이 말이야.
I mean, forget compliments. I didn't even get sworn at. Like, they didn't even swear at me or say anything. Just completely ignored me, is what she's saying.
다음엔 내 성적을 뛰어넘을 생각만 하고.
And then all they would think about is just how they could surpass my grades.
왜? 별거 아닌 것 같냐?
What, you think it's nothing?
겨우 그런 거 가지고라고 생각해?
Are you thinking this, I'm just making a mountain out of a molehill? Am I like, you know, making a big deal out of it? 유채린이 어딘가 슬픈 눈으로 그렇게 질문해왔다. This whole time, though, she has been asking me these questions with kind of sad-looking eyes. Yeah, pretty much. Man, I got good grades. Okay. 나는 잠시 대답을 고민했다. I thought for a bit about what to reply. So should we say 큰 고민이다, that's really worrisome, or it's not much? You're like, I think we should say it's a big, that was really bad. I think we want her trust. 사람은 각자의 고민이 있는 거고, 내가 네 고민을 판단할 자격은 없겠지만, you know, everyone's got their own worries, and I don't really have any qualifications to judge what you're worried about, but 그래도 꽤 상처가 되었을 일이라고 생각해. But I think that must have been something quite harmful, that must have really left a mark on you.
진짜야?
Yes, we want her trust because we're like desperate. This is our last date. We have to get her trust. 진짜야? Really? 쓸데없는 거짓말은 안 해. Yeah, I'm not gonna just lie about, you know, dumb things like that. 유채리는 왠지 얼굴을 붉히며 눈을 돌린다. For some reason, her face kind of flushed and she turned to look away. 나는 그런 유채리는 잠시 바라보다가 입을 열었다. And I just stared at her for a moment and then started talking again. 그래도 오빠들인데, well, you know, but they are your older brothers. 같이 놀던 기억이라도 있을 거 아니야? Don't you have like some memories of like, you know, hanging out together, playing?
왜 없겠냐?
Of course.
아주 어릴 때 있긴 했지.
I did when we were really young.
같이 놀고 그러다가
You know.
싸우고
Playing together and yeah, and then fighting.
엄마한테 혼나서 화해하고 또 싸우고.
You know, getting in trouble with our mom and, you know, having to make up again and then fighting again. Wow, that sentence is very helpful for me because I say I'm not an expert, but which sentence?
진짜 많이 싸웠어.
Yeah, we really fought a lot.
특히 첫째 오빠는 날 진짜 어지간히도 놀려댔거든.
And especially the oldest would always like make fun of me.
너도 재수 없지만 우리 첫째 오빠만큼은 아니야.
You know, you're something yourself too, but you're nothing like on the level of the oldest brother. She's like, yeah, insulting me. 그거 고맙네. Well, thanks. I guess.
둘째 오빠는 엄마랑 나랑 같이 쇼핑하는 걸 좋아했어.
Qualify. Yeah, that was really. Let me find the one you're talking about. Yeah, here. 사람은 각자의 고민이 있는 거고. This part of the sentence. 내가 네 고민을 판단할 자격은 없겠지만. You can use 자격 a lot. Like I'm not qualified to say something, but it doesn't have a meaning of like qualification. It doesn't sound so formal. It's a very common word. Like I don't. What would be like a natural way of saying this? I'm not one to judge. It's like that. But it literally means I don't have the qualifications to do something. But yeah, it's used in a natural way. It doesn't sound so formal in Korean. 둘째 오빠는 엄마랑 나랑 같이 쇼핑하는 걸 좋아했어. And the second oldest brother liked doing shopping together with me and or just like me and my mom.
지가 산 로봇으로 내 인형을 걷어차는 것도 좋아했고.
Of course, he liked kicking my dolls with like robots that he would buy. It's like his robot toys he'd use to like kick my dolls and stuff. He liked that too.
하지 말라고 지랄해도 소용없었어. 그러다가 또 싸우고.
It was useless telling him to stop, and then we'd fight again.
그래.
Yeah, that's how it was like.
그랬었는데 언제부터인가 전혀 싸우질 않았네.
And then
우리들.
suddenly one day, you know, we just stopped fighting. 유채린의 얼굴이 씁쓸해 보인다. She looks kind of like sad. 씁쓸하다 is like regretful, sad, like that. Let's find a better translation. Bitter, that's a better translation. But not like angry bitter. It's like you're not happy in that sort of bitter. And you also use 씁쓸하다 for like bitter taste as well. It's not just your emotions. That's why it's not like angry bitter so much. Yeah, I should say that. But yeah, it's also a word used for like a little bit bitter. Like you taste food and it's bitter. Use 씁쓸하다. 유채리는 오빠들과 그저 인간적인 교류를 하고 싶었던 모양이다. It appears though that 유채린 had wanted to have some sort of, you know, human relationship with her brothers. It's not really the word for relationship. It's more like a exchange. Let's find a better word. Interaction. That's the word I wanted. But yeah, it's exchange literally. So relationship, but anyway, interaction. 웃고 싸우고 그러다가 화해하고, you know, like laughing, fighting, and making up again. And 문득 학창 시절 하루가 뭐다 하고 싸웠던 그 친구가 떠오른다. Now, it kind of makes me think of my friend back when I was in school who, you know, we'd fight about something. Hold on. 뭐다 하고, I think that is. Let me check this one. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Just I remember, oh, I should say it like this. I suddenly remembered the one friend I had that one day during when I was a student, we'd just like fight. 나는 결국 그 친구와 소원해지긴 했지만 eventually I ended up getting close with the friend. Hold on, I'm gonna look this one up. It's not hope. No one's someone is hope, but it's not that. Unfriendly. Okay. One. I should have known. One is a hanja for far, so as opposed to kun, which is close. Then is there a sogun? I'm just curious, randomly. No. I was just curious. Okay, yeah, estranged. Just writing down the whole thing. Okay. 유채리는 그럴 기회조차 박탈당했던 거 아닐까? Maybe she'd also hold on. Yeah, felt like she didn't have that sort of even that sort of experience. So that's not really a good experience. That's why we're writing it in red. It's like it's not really a good experience, but maybe she doesn't even have that sort of experience. You know, because she's saying she's always just ignored. Yeah. Hey, Cameron, what's up? Yeah, but we're on the last day meeting with the last person we can meet. So, one has a hanja for close. No, I said one is the hanja for far. Kun is the hanja for close. Though there could be other opposites depending on what you're talking about. But,
아빠란 인간도 마찬가지야.
and my dad was the
날
same.
딸로 대해주질 않았어.
He didn't even treat me as a daughter.
그저 하는 말이라곤 그래가지고 오빠를 어쩌고 저쩌고.
You know, what all he was saying was things like, you know, so you're brothers and blah blah blah.
그래가지고 오빠보다 좋은 대학에 갈 수 있겠니?
So, you know, are you gonna be able to go to a better school than your brothers?
네 나이 때 오빠들은 이 정도는 가볍게 해냈다.
Yeah, your brothers when they were your age, they did a lot better than you're doing, basically. But you know, they simply took care of this much difficulty, much more than you, literally. But that doesn't really make any sense, literally, but like that. But yeah, basically, your brothers when they were your age, they were taking care of that with no problem.
그래가지고는 오빠들을 이길 수 있겠니?
So you're gonna be able to, you know, do better than your brothers?
이 순간에도 오빠들은 더 노력하고 있을 거다.
If it was your brothers, they would be trying a lot harder than you right now.
아니, 왜 내가 오빠들과 비교당하면서 혼나야 하는데?
No, I mean, like, why do I have to get in trouble while being compared to my brothers?
난 오빠들을 견제하고 이기는 것 따윈 관심도 없었는데.
I wasn't interested at all in competing with my brothers or what we said before, 견제하다, holding them back. You know, trying to stop them or anything. 유채린의 분노를 보며 나는 뭐라고 말해줄 수도 없었다. Seeing her rage, I couldn't really say anything to her. 유채린은 학대를 받은 것도 엄청 괴로운 환경에서 자라온 것도 아니다. It's not like she was abused or grew up in some sort of, difficult circumstances. 때문에 누가 보면 배부른 소리를 하고 있는 철 없는 아가씨로 보일지도 모르겠다. So because of that, it's possible that people could just see her as some lady who's basically bragging about her good, I should say that, complaining even though she's living a good life, and immature. 그럼에도 불구하고 내가 일이 숙연해진 것은 숙연하다. Is that getting soft? Just ignore me. Okay. Solemn. Okay. Something with an S. Let's look quiet. I think quiet would probably be better here. Somber, but and then despite of that, me getting so quiet right now is 지금까지 내가 보여준 유채린의 모습들이 떠올랐기 때문이었다. It's because I was thinking about 유채린. Now I was suddenly seeing how 유채린 looks, how she's showing herself to me right now, and because of that, I feel now I'm getting really quiet. So despite of the fact that whatever we said before this, which was the it's not like she was abused or had some difficult hardships, difficult environment growing up or anything like that, and because of that, people might think she's just kind of complaining, even though she's already well off. She's just complaining and that she's immature. And despite of that, though, it's the reason that I feel I'm so quiet right now is because I'm thinking I'm now seeing what 유채린 looks like that she's showing to me now. This game is so hard to translate, but that's what it says. Okay, that's what it says. You guys have to translate my English now. Good luck. Like, I understand it, but it just doesn't make it's so long the way that it's written. Like I said, it's like backwards. I can read it, but as soon as I try to like twist it back to English, I would need a lot more time to do a good job. I think if I were like, if you write stuff down, then I could probably do a better job translating, but I'm not a very good live translator. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, did I misread something? Now, okay, this makes a little more sense. I misread this 유채린이. I misread it as 유채린의. So the reason that I'm getting so quiet right now is because she has suddenly recalled her brother and dad. She has made me think about, I should say. That's better. So not that because I have now seen her looking like this, but because she has shown me herself. She has shown me what she has shown me the brother and the dad, what they would be like. There we go. That's better. That makes a little more sense to me. Because I was like, she showed me how she looks. I'm like, okay, well, that's what it means, but 내게 보여준 유채린이 But maybe I'll read it again later and realize I'm totally wrong. This is where we should have Nika in the chat so that Nika can give me a third party perspective, because sometimes like I'll see a sentence like this and I just don't get it no matter how many times I read it in the chat, and then after I finish and sit down and start studying the words, my brain can go into full Korean mode and I'm using a dictionary, and then the sentence will just like click. I'm like, oh yeah, of course it meant that, even though I couldn't get it during the whole stream. As soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, of course it means that. So this might be one of those sentences. many hours of gaming have we done? We've done a lot. Yeah, let me one more time, then I can check. I'm wondering if something's missing here. Okay, I'll think about it a little later. It feels like there could be something that's missing here. Well, has he done the last sentence? No, it's okay. I don't need to give Nika my translation homework. I'll figure it out later. I'll figure it out tonight. 사실 늘 의아했었다. You know, it was always a bit strange. 아무리 핏줄이라지만 이런 단순하고 감정적인 여자를 대기업의 전무로 앉힐 유영환 회장이었나 하고. You know, it was always, no matter how much you are family, it was always a bit strange because thinking that the president of the company, Yu Young-hwan, would seat this kind of simple and emotional girl as the managing director, as the executive director of his large conglomerate. I was wondering, 왠지 외부에서의 유채리는 지금과는 전혀 다른 모습이었을 거란 생각이 든다. I kind of get the feeling though maybe that if I were to see 유채린 outside of this, on the outside, not like here, but in another place, on the outside, if she would appear completely different than right now. So our guess is that she's not acting this vulnerable normally in public, that she's only just showing it to us. 나와 나누었던 인간적인 대화들, 화내고 짜증내고 울던 유채린의 모습들은, I have to go to the next because it's not done. 어쩌면 이 말에 와서야 겨우 밖으로 드러난 유채린의 본성일지도 모르겠다. So everything that I've seen so far, these human-like conversations that 유채린 has shared with me, seeing 유채린 get mad, get annoyed, and cry, all of these things may just be 유채린's human nature, her instinct, her instinctual nature, which has just barely poked its head onto the surface, only perhaps by her coming to this village. That's the best translation you're ever going to get out of the sentence, but that's exactly what it says.
후계자니 경쟁자니 그 지긋지긋한 말을 아주 어릴 때부터 들어왔는데.
I've always heard these things from when I was a child, these annoying things since I was a child, such as, you know, I'm the heir, that's better translation of that, let me think. 후계자 would be the heir, and 경쟁자 would be the competitor, right? Make sure I have these correct first. Yeah, successor, but same thing. Competitor. Okay. So like, you know, heirs and competitors. I've always been hearing these types of things since I was very young.
그런 날 유일하게 가족처럼 대해주신 게 우리 엄마였어.
And then among those, the only person who really treated me like family was my mom.
내가 잘못하면 크게 혼내시고 내가 울고 있으면 침대에 와서 안아주고.
When I would make a mistake, you know, she would get mad at me. When I was crying, she'd come to my bed and hug me. 유채리는 그렇게 말하며 주머니에서 뭔가를 꺼냈다. Maybe she's going to take out that 부적, the talisman again, that we saw her hiding, that she didn't want to share with us. So she said that and then took out from her pocket something. 아니네. No, never mind. 그건 순금으로 만든 듯한 작은 장식품이었다. It was a small little decoration that would seem to have been made with pure gold. 유채린의 이름이 새겨진, and with 유채린's name engraved on it. Did I say 생겨? I meant 새겨진. Anyway, 혹시 저번에 산에서 찾았던 그게 그거야? By chance is the thing that we found on the mountain that?
응.
Yeah.
우리 엄마한테 마지막으로 받은 거야.
That is the last thing that I got from my mom. Just this little tiny pure gold charm. I don't know how big it is. 마지막으로 the last thing? 나는 그렇게 말했다가 입을 다물어 버렸다. I said that and then I closed my mouth. 그만 눈치 없는 말을 해버렸다. I guess I just said something kind of disrespectful, but literally like without regard for the situation.
괜찮아.
It's okay.
돌아가신 지 오래되셔서.
Yeah, she's been gone for a while,
그래도
but still,
오랜만에 꿈에서 보니까
you know, I saw her in my dreams after a long time. So that's why she was crying. 나와 유채린은 둘 다 잠시 말이 없었다. For a while, I and 유채린 were both without words. 어린 시절 자신을 지탱해줄 유일한 존재를 잃어버린 유채린이 어떻게 살아왔는지 머릿속에 그려지는 것 같았다. I felt like I could picture how 유채린 had grown up. 유채린, who had forgotten the only existence of the person who... Hold on, I have to get this word before I can translate it. Support. Is there a better word? No, there's a better word. Okay, just support. Yucherin, who had forgotten the only person who supported her when she was young, I can kind of get a picture of how Yucherin must have been raised, must have grown up. So basically, we realize it's been a long time since her mom passed. So at this point, it's like, you know, no, sorry, did I say forgotten? I said forgotten. I was thinking though lost, but what came out of my mouth was 잊어버린, but it's 잃어버린. So that makes more sense. Not forgotten. Lost. So let's translate again. Yucherin, who had lost the only person who was supporting her from at a young age, I can kind of picture in my head how she must have grown up. Let's write 지탱하다 for support. Oh, and Cameron, I totally purchased I got some new lights. I totally bought them with with all your donations. I just got like 3 more lights today. The next videos I film are gonna look a little bit better even than the last ones. So everyone left? No problem. People come and go. I'm just doing this for my own personal Korean studying anyway. Honestly. Like, I mean, it's cool to talk with you guys though at the same time. But I'm saying even still, the main reason I started this was so I could have a excuse to study Korean.
이거 되게 민망하네.
This is kind of a sensitive issue. I kind of feel a bit embarrassed, I guess. 나에게 미운 정이라도 든 걸까? Maybe she has some sort of resentment toward me. What's up, Small? 나로서는 자신의 이런 과거를 왜 나에게 털어놓는 것인지 조금은 의문이 든다. I kind of feel not really sure why, though she has kind of said all these things to me about her past.
야, 뭐야 뭐? 무슨 생각하는데?
Hey, what are you thinking about? So she's just curious, like what we're thinking about now. Huh? 아니, no, you know, just nothing.
진짜 쪽팔리네.
I'm so embarrassed.
내가 이런 소리 왜 너 따위한테?
Why would I tell you all this stuff?
이거 진짜 후회할 거야.
I'm really gonna regret this.
난 후회하고 말 거야.
I'm gonna end up regretting this. 요란한 반응을 보이며 머리를 마구 긁어대는 유채린을 보며, so seeing 유채린 just kind of like scratching at her head and giving a loud replying really loudly, right? Yeah. 나는 나도 모르게 픽 하고 웃어버리고 말았다. I kind of just unconsciously let out a laugh.
뭘 그렇게 보는데?
Well, what are you looking at? 야, oops, I skipped it. 할 말 있어. I have something I want to say. 한 가지 확신이 든 나는 진지한 얼굴로 주제를 돌렸다. So me, I was sure of one thing now, and with a serious face, I changed the topic.
뭔데
Sorry, suddenly get serious.
갑자기?
What is it? All of a sudden. 여길 나갈 방법을 찾은 것 같아. I think I found a way to get out of here.
진짜?
Really? 날짜가 중요한 거였어. The date was important. 저 안개가 힘을 잃어버리는 순간이 있는 것 같아. I think there's going to be a moment when there's a moment when the fog loses its strength.
너 끝까지 그 주술 얘기를 할 셈이야?
Are you still talking about that like strange sorcery even now? 다른 가설 있어? Do you have any other hypothesis? 과학적, 이상적으로 저 안개를 설명할 수 있겠냐? Can you explain that fog scientifically, logically? Well, 그리고 그건 중요하지 않아, and that's not important. 주술이든 뭐든, whether it's like source magic or whatever, 저 안개가 걷혀 있는 순간이 있다는 건 확실한 사실이니까. Because I'm sure that fog is going to subside. There's going to be a moment where that fog subsides.
그럼 그게
So,
언제인데?
When is that? 아직 확실하진 않아. I'm not sure yet.
되게 믿음 가게 말한다 너.
Wow, you sound so believable right now. 지금으로선 for right now, 날 믿어달라는 말밖에 할 수 없어. For right now, all I can say is just trust me. 난 그렇게 말하며 유채린을 똑바로 바라봤다. While saying that, I stared straight at her.
지금껏 한 행동을 보면 믿음이 가야 말이지.
Seeing everything you've done so far, am I really going to trust you? Or knowing everything that's happened so far, am I really going to trust you? 그거 진짜 궁시렁 거리는 거 작작 좀 해줄래? 작작, hold on. I think it's like, yeah, stop doing it, but there's a better translation. Yeah, okay. Basically, you want to quit complaining? I was looking at the literal meaning of 착착하다. 유채린은 여전히 틱틱 대지만 유채린과 며칠을 부딪힌 지금의 난 알 수 있다. She's still the same as always, still as complaining as always, but at least I think so. I wasn't able to actually find this word in the dictionary when I checked last time. Anyway, that's kind of what it means. So she's the same as always, but but now having dealt with her for several days, I can know. Take care, Kozume. 저건 유채린 나름대로의 투정이다. That's 유채린's own, not friendliness. Yeah. Grumbling. So that's just 유채린 complaining in her own way. That's her style of complaining. Remind me, after I finish this game, do not play another game that's a novel. Just play like a regular game where they just talk. Not this sentence specifically, just in general. This one's not bad. 날 믿는다는 말을 도저히 못하겠으니 알아서 알아들어 달라는. So now I know that's just her own style of complaining, that she'll say, I don't quite get this last part used at the end, but basically, there's no way she can bring herself to say that she trusts me. So just understand on your own. Yeah, I don't quite get the usage of this, but I'll write it down. There's no word in here I don't know. Like, I understand the pieces, but I'm not sure what the pronoun is. Not sure who is doing this. But I think it would be me. Yeah, I don't quite get the ending part they're using here. What's the pronoun? I hate writing down, like, stuff that doesn't have new words in it, but sometimes it happens. Star next to it. 알아듣다 is to understand, like comprehend. 알아서 is on your own, like you like figure it out. 달라는 would be like the same as 주다. So like 알아들어 주세요, like please understand. You know what? I think it is. Reading it like that now. 저건 유채린 나름대로의 투정이다. 날 믿는다는 말을 도저히 못하겠으니 알아서 알아들어 달라는. Yeah. Her grumbling is one in which that requires me to just kind of understand her, because there's no way she could possibly bring herself to say that she believes me. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll check it again later, but you know what, Cheryl, I think that's pretty good. At least read it one more time and check that. Yeah, I think it is. And 알아서 is kind of like dismissive. You say, like, you know, you figure it out on your own, like just whatever. You 알아서, like you learn that and do it. So it's a style of complaining that's pretty much like just saying, you know, just it asks to be understood. She asks to be understood. That sort of meaning. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. But yeah, I'll say yes. I'll check it. If it's no, I'll let you know. If I don't say anything, then just assume yes. 오빠가 있는 애들이 부러웠다라고 했지. 라고 했지. She had said that she was jealous of people with older brothers. With an older brother. 알았어. I got it. Okay. 믿음이 가도록 열심히 뛰어다녀야겠네. I'm gonna have to kind of, you know, work hard so that you'll believe me. But literally run around hard so that you'll believe me. 안개가 열리는 날을 알아내면 바로 여기로 올게. When I figure out the day that the fog is going to open up, I'll come right here. 넌 언제라도 나갈 수 있도록 짐을 싸도. Pack your bag so that you can leave at any time. 알겠지? You got it?
응, 알았어.
Okay. That was all we needed. Okay, that's good. Because I was worried she would still say no. Because even after all that, I'm like, is this the path where you don't get her trust and she says no? No, I think we can get it. 고기를 크게 끄덕이는 유채리는, so she did a big nod and 날 온전히 신뢰하고 있는 듯 보였다. And it seemed that she actually trusts me. Please save. This is ridiculously long. You guys heard me like skipping through everything. 유치린과 헤어지고 여관 복도를 걸으며. So I left her and was walking into the hotel this hallway. Yeah. 나는 한 생각이 내 머릿속에서 떠나지 않는 것을 느꼈다. And I could feel one idea in my mind which wasn't leaving. But what about that talisman that she picked up in like the third time we met her? 유채리는 나에게 털어놓은 사실들 때문이었다. It was because of those things that she had just poured out her heart to me. Those things she had just told me. 처음엔 저 녀석이 갑자기 왜 저러나 싶었다. At first I was wondering why she was like that. As in like why she was crying and everything. 하지만 생각해보면 유채린의 행동은 늘 일관적이었다. Thinking about it though, her actions have always been not similar. Consistent. That's the word I wanted. Not similar. Her actions, if you think about it though, her actions have always been quite consistent is what we're saying. Oh my gosh, just save the game. 언제나 날 진심으로 대한 것이다. She's always treated me truthfully. 그것이 재수없고 사가지 없는 모습들이었다. 할지라도 적어도 스스로를 숨기진 않았다. You know, it might have been really annoying and crazy actions toward me, but still, at least she wasn't hiding herself from me. 어쩌면 perhaps 여기선 자신을 숨길 필요가 없다는 사실이 유채린을 솔직하게 만든 것일까? Maybe the fact that she didn't need to hide herself here is what made her be honest. And yeah. Or on the other hand, maybe I did something. Or what about me? 나는 내 직업을 속였고 내 목적을 속였다. I've hidden my job and my purpose from her. 그 이유가 어쨌든 간에 나는 유채린에게 결코 떳떳하지 못한 것이다. You know, whatever the reason was, basically, ultimately, I haven't been clear with 유채린. 변명이라면 한 트럭으로 내놓을 수도 있다. Enough to fit in enough to fill a truck. Hold on. Yeah, enough excuses to fill a truck. Let me think about that a second. 한 트럭으로 내놓을 수도 있. I might get a better translation when I look at that again tonight. I just really want to get to the save point. 나뿐 아니라 유채린을 위한 행동들이었다고 주장할 수 있다. But I can claim that these were all actions that I was doing not for myself but for 유채린. So everything was for her though. 하지만 이건 그러한 문제가 아닌 것 같다. But I don't think it's that kind of problem. 사람과 사람 사이의 관계 형성에 있어 어느 한쪽이 거짓으로 점철되어 있다면 Oh my god. Yeah, dotted, but this is not a good translation for it here. Yeah, I think it's interconnected. That's better. Situations in human relationships. Yeah, in building human relationships, if one side is just has lots of lies, so when you're trying to make a friend, if one of the friends is all they're doing is just lying, well then it continues. I will not miss this game's saving feature though, really. I'm gonna write that when I leave a review, that this game has the worst save feature I've ever played in any game in my entire life. At least other games just let you die and start back out at the beginning of the level. 그것이 과연 온전한 관계라고 할 수 있는 것일까? Could you still call that a full relationship? So no. 나는 유채린의 방을 바라봤다. I stared at her door. 여기를 나가기 in order to leave here, and then in order to convince her. 공포에 몸서리치는 유채린을 보면서도 별다른 감정 없이 해댔던 거짓말들이 떠오른다. I think about the lies that I've just told her, emotionless, without any sort of emotions, to 유채린, even while she was like afraid. It's like I thought about all the lies I told her, even while like looking at her when she was in fear and everything. Yeah, shuddering with fear. That's the word. Oh man. And I kind of understand why this game doesn't have an English translation, because there's so much stuff that's like really difficult to translate. Of course, that's not a reason why you wouldn't translate a game, but there are a lot of dialogues to translate. I don't like this. 지금 당장 모든 걸 고백할 수는 없겠지만, of course I can't confess everything to her right now, but 아마 머지않아 그 모든 것들을 사과해야 할 때가 분명히 올 것이다. But I'm sure one day though it's going to come where I'm going to have to apologize for all of these things, not too far in the future. Of course, 유채리는 진짜 인간. If she is really a human. Now I have to make sure of that. Okay, finally, save. Thank you. This was the longest ever. This was the longest conversation we've ever had in the entire game, was this day. You guys don't know how long I was holding the control key down, even before I started streaming, to get to the point where we saved. Okay. Going back to the menu. All right. Thanks, Sarah, for coming. I'm going to put my kid to bed. And see you guys again in a few more days. Wow. I do not blame anyone for leaving during my streams. Like, people come, 5 or 6 people, and then while I'm translating, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna bail. It is boring. It's boring for me. Boring for me too. But I've seen myself improve a lot of Korean though by playing this, which is great. Words that I would have never really learned, other than, like, I can understand kind of what they're saying, but I wouldn't have learned so many of these words that I've gotten from this game. I've probably gotten, I don't know, 500 words, like legitimately learned a few hundred words from this game. I don't know, maybe 200 or 300 words I've actually learned by playing this game. Although I've written down more than that. So yeah, it's been a fun game. We're not done though yet. Still, we're on our last day. Maybe next time we'll have another very, very long single event where we can't save for like another few streams. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.